fight for Colorado. The presumptive GOP nominee addressing his hurdles with delegates in the battleground state earlier today.
Colorado taught me a lot about politics. I learned a lot because polls came out that I was going to win Colorado and doing really well in Colorado and look good, and I was looking forward to it. And then all of a sudden I didn't get the delegates. I said, but what happened to the vote? Do you remember? And I started to learn, quick learner.
And one delegate from Colorado is pushing a rule to make delegates, quote, vote their conscience to stop Trump at the convention. Here now, Kendal Unruh, delegate and member of the Republican Rules Committee. Kendal, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for the time.
So you don't want Trump to get the nomination. You don't have someone else that you're talking about nominating, but you want this conscience clause to be pushed forward. Explain what it is that you're looking for here.
Sure. Well, free conscience is not something that Kendal Unruh, government teacher, thought up. What it is it's something that built this country. It's why the Pilgrims came here. It's why we have a Bill of Rights. It's truly systemic to the core root of every American individual. And all I'm asking is that the rule codify what already exists within each delegate, and that is the right to be unbound and to vote their conscience on the floor of the convention however they see fit. Now, there's going to be delegates that will, in free conscience, still vote for Donald Trump, and that is okay. It's a reflection of their conscience. But for those of us who just simply cannot, all we are saying is we want to exercise our rights, the inherent right that already exists to be unbound, to vote our conscience, and that may be for whomever. And it's a historical first.
This may be a David and Goliath type of situation, though. I mean, you're really in the minority here, and a lot of the major party leaders have come out against what you're asking for. How do you handle that going forward?
Well, it's a David and Goliath battle, but we know who won that, don't we? And the fact is we have had a lot of coalitions that have convalesced together with all of the candidates' delegates, and therein is the unique structure of what we are going forward with. And we had some PACs that came on board, and Delegates Unbound is with us. And we actually have a whip and a floor plan that actually is going to go toe-to-toe with what Donald Trump has. We have people right now that are identifying our delegates. We have actually over 400 delegates that have committed to voting their conscience on the floor. But I want to also address Donald Trump being here because I was there listening to him. He is practicing electoral malpractice, because when he can stand up there and say that we were appointed, that we didn't have voters, and my daughter even texted me and said, I'm confused by this because she watched all of us delegates run for an election and actually have to go out and campaign for to get the vote in Colorado, to actually be delegates representing thousands of constituents that had turned out to vote. And I had to tell her, believe what you know, not what you're hearing him say, because it just simply wasn't true what he was saying.
Kendal, what makes you, we don't have a lot of time, but, this is a big fight. And what's driving, do you feel that the system is rigged? Because that's something that Donald Trump used to say.
Well, and he went on that false narrative. And of course it's not rigged. What we did was we outgamed him here in Colorado. But what drives me is the fact that he cannot be the face of our party, because he does not represent what conservatives believe. He is truly a populist protectionist. And even what he addressed here today, you had a auditorium filled with faith-based people, and he didn't address the sanctity of life. He didn't address traditional marriage. He didn't address religious liberties and protecting those, the very things that drive and fuel the people that he was discussing.
Kendal, it is going to be at a convention like no other, no matter what, and obviously we will see you there. Kendal Unruh, thank you very much, Kendal.
Thank you.